Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to that exciting, innovative, and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, heroes like defender of the Farmland, your master and commander of here to 1v1 on Vilshanka. In the east is Renegade fighting for the Red Army, taking on the role here of the 20th Tank Corps with Guard Rifle, Guard Motor, and Urban Defense with Scout Car, Armor, and Infantry bullets. Most of the West is seeking, fighting for the German Army, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the 11th Panzer Division, with Special Operations, Overwatch, and Luftwaffe Ground Forces with Triple Infantry. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, these champions, these heroes, these superior specimens of humanity who keeps on the Propagandacast with their hard-earned money. Big thanks to you. Without this, I would certainly not be able to do this. So thanks very much. You too can join the ranks of plenty on Patreon or donating via links in the video description. It's via PayPal. Obviously, comment, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell button. And it's got Seeking here straight away with Special Operations. With Radio Silence, Infiltration Tactics, the Infrared Sturmgewehr 44, the Artillery Flares, and of course the Panther Command Tank. Triple Bullets here. We got Southwards here in units like that, while already a Seeking is looking to disrupt his opponent's fuel play there by rushing the fuel pump with the Sturmpioneer. That Sturmgewehr is already rattling off hot German death there. They need to quickly seek safety and sanctuary within a small building, locking the doors and hoping the Germans don't kick them in. And then just going up, we got an early penal start here from Renegade, a bit of a rare start here from the Soviets. We'll have to see where Renegade goes with this. Double Fult's going to use there for Seeking. Much more standard Ober Commander. Let's start with an M3 one away there for Renegade to follow up and that further pressure to the Germans. Strafnik hitting off its there. Their hands tightly clenched in the SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles. Their lives dependent on it, which it likely will, otherwise they'll get shot for losing Soviet state property. Ground the center point there. Getting more scrumptious engineers holding out against the Sturm, finding for the shot rod proving to be too much for the engineers to bear, to survive, to withstand. And there you go, routed. Fun fact about penal troopers, which actually, depending on the situation and the task, quite of them very equipped. In fact, if they're expected to assault, they're usually, in fact, better equipped than the average Soviet infantrymen. Though, of course, there were also cases where they used to be like, at least early war, poorly equipped, but I think that was just more like, very early stages of the war. Later on, I don't think they really threw them away like that, because honestly, they couldn't afford it anyways. While there certainly might have been some wasteful COC tactics and strategies like the first years of the war, mostly because things were a mess. Later, mass man process crept in, that was not something they'd actually be doing. And it's penal support on the way here for Renegade, MP1 their half health. Folks flying up there as well. More folks on the way there for Seeking, so far pushing hard into against his socialist opponent. He needs to route it against Scout Car, they're less than half health. Second penal squad almost done there for a Renegade. Folks to the fight where they can't TKs. Penal squad taking 9 losses. Sturm Party is flanking in here, going in aggressively. Fourth folks was already there for Seeking and the German army. Deutschland. Sturm Party clustering right, that'd be pretty harsh blow here to Seeking in the early game, but looks like Renegade can't quite deliver the finishing blow there. Providing some small relief there for Seeking. Hussars, I think, got good pressure going into his opponent. Also, another fun fact, but the Germans also used penal troops themselves. Oh, less talked about, they were certainly a factor there. I believe in particular factor in some, for example, in North Africa. So, little fun fact there. Scout Car there being fixed up. Southwards, we got folks coming in there. We got the truck around there for Seeking. Without in much infantry, Belgafets makes sense, but he could of course go for a fast mechanized regiment, not fast, but mechanized there to pull off something sneaky. Penals on the way there for Renegade and the Red Army. Scout cannon north is there. South side, we got Penal standing about here. Folks moving about there as well. Folks being attacked here with the Scout Car. But that many folks going to be disconnected to sufficient damage to the Scout Car to make this a bad idea for Renegade. I think Renegade realizes the mathematics of this situation and decides, you know what, I'd rather keep the Scout Car. Back here, mechanized regiment is in fact going up for Seeking and the German army, the 11th Panzer Division. Quickly being set up there. Could promise the arrival of the looks like the Aufklärungspanzer here. Pins are setting up here for a big push. We've got 3 squads moving in southwards here. Could be a problem for Seeking, depending on how this goes. Engineers grab the northern points. So far, otherwise quiet. There we go. Shots fired around here. Pin squad then engaging the full grenadiers. Sense opportunity here. Seeking to move 3 squads to deal with 1 pin squad. But I mean, that is pretty great there for Seeking ups in terms of engaging on the south. Here, pin was the Sturm Pioneer squad. Their second squad moving in there as well. Could leave Seeking in a bit of a bad spot. They're just not paying attention here. A stun grenade there goes off, stunning the Infantry up northeast. Scout car remains. Oh, sneaking about. They're going for the car point, getting behind, Seeking. Up here, the Steel Pine squad there. Oh, could it go down? Yes, it goes down here. Wipe here on Seeking the early game. Down just 4 full screen squads now. Still, he has a lot of infantry, but still, that is a bit painful. The full screen is here. Yes, Renegade sees this opportunity, goes up behind the full screen horde here. Could threaten to get wiped with the penal troopers. Since again, they do pack quite a bit of DPS. Their full squad next to car, by the way, taking further damage. They go to the tree pop, takes them right past the penal troopers. We could see a wipe here. This is going to get painful for Seeking and the German. Scout calls rushing in, gets the wipe there. 2 full squads still around here. Full squad taking damage. Pantherfaust off, losing the other squad to try and Pantherfaust it. But this also means he could get in the range for the penal troopers, and we get a central charge here on the Fulton. In fact, retreat path there. Could see there we go. He retreats. Oh, got him, Himmel. And that's 2 squads down. Seeking is down to just 2 full squads within the first 6 seconds. His force has practically been decimated and brutally cut to ribbons. This is a hell of a setback, and I think a lot of players here would just quit or even rage quit in the face of such a disastrous development. And some might even have taken straight to Argentina. Folks moving straight for the car point to capture that, but Seeking is definitely in the bad places. Best hope is right now, in fact, the looks, and the Renegade has been playing missions on other things except anti-tank rifles. So, definitely a challenge here for Seeking. We'll have to see how he overcomes this. I mean, he's definitely fun. He doesn't even like doing anything like frantically stupid, so he's clearly not that rattled by it, though I imagine he's not entirely without effect on it either. Of course, might be a small diary entry afterwards. You know, dear diary, today I lost almost my entire army in the first 6 minutes of the match. I feel sad. But there you go, Sturmpanzer place once lost, for coming back. We got Lux out here. Panzer 2 answering L. Strafnigge caught by the Lux. And we got Renegade, his immediate responses, defense attacks, so we have the M42, 45 mm tank gun. Learning, of course, that Renegade is a big user of this doctrine. He primarily uses that doctrine. And there you go, full route here for Renegade. Every single penal was caught now in full retreat here. As Seeking launches a vengeful counterattack, spearheaded by his tank. Well, it's technically his tank that is the vengeful counterattack. I'm racing forward here, back here, truck reinforcing healing. Got the M42 light to tank it out there, still to service, in fact, to the very end of the war, though it would increasingly abuse until, I would say, what was known as, well, fortified regions, which is effectively blocking formations meant to protect against German counterattacks. They would typically set up in ambush positions to then fire, you know, armor-piercing rounds at close range into the sidearm of the German tanks. So a little fun fact there. Salvaging here, true thumb to Seeking, mine goes off in the Sturmpionierer. Not on the looks, that's only been awkward there for Seeking. That said, he's pushing fast ahead. He truly believes in the German cause. Tank coming up with Renegade. He had to push for T7 pretty fast. That's going to be a challenge there for Seeking. He's going to have to rush out a Puma against that, I think. Well, rush, can't go for him. Could also go for like Kevin, but I think with the situation is, a Puma is probably going to serve better. But there you go. Renegade here, sending the anti-tank. No support, gets flanked to the looks, but now we got the anti-tank penal troops carrying the flank, preventing here. Seeking from further outmaneuver the anti-tank and forcing him to disengage. We've got 5 kills on it so far. 5. MD Fed following up for Seeking, probably help make up again for the losses by providing suppressive tools here versus Renegade's infantry. Looks racing backwards here. Sturmpines could fix up some of the damage. Anti-tank fires again, doesn't hit anything. Penal move through the center, going to go for the car point. Back here, tank command being built up. And can then go for fast T70. Hitting the car point with the penal troopers. Reinforcing healing, and there go looking getting the Strafniki. Light damaging the to the Panzer 2. Penal killing the car point, once more disrupting Seeking's fuel flow, making it hard for him to, like, you know, push for a medium arm, and of course even the Puma here is going to be a bit of a challenge now for Seeking. Got the car point here once more, looking in there, go like saying here, punching through the Lux's armor, even then Seeking pushes onwards, presses forwards for victory for the fatherland, and then the big backwards. Still pushed Renegade off the car for magnificent security. MD filtering up as well. There looks taking another hit here. Less than half health now as the tank suffers continuous damage here from Renegade's light into tank gun there. Sturm Pioneers retreating. Could of course also add some repair pioneers eventually. More thoughts with for Seeking as he continues to replace the significant losses he suffered. Thumbs up there. Meanwhile, Renegade and the Red Army does have the T's in the way here. He could rush out, say, 2 T-70s, up to just overwhelm Seeking fast. That's an option. He could have also expect maybe a Puma go for an H-6, maybe even 2 to that would put pressure on it. That's an option for Renegade to consider. I mean, right now, I mean, he's actually got a lot of options simply because, again, of those huge wipes he got on Seeking. Like, depending how it feels like, he'll maybe just shut out the match pretty fast. But the question, of course, is if he does want to go for that, he's just going to, like, push for medium armor fast, which is also, obviously, also an option. So, and again, Renegade's options are wide. Meanwhile, Seeking, well, he's got a lot of work to do. And same being hold out here, Tishmi backing up. Forces lining up there, more Sturmgewehrs I imagine on the way here for Seeking. Every Sturmgewehr he can get is gonna slightly decrease his chance of being booted into the abyss. Tishmi moving forward better for the Strafniki. Forces not taking from the Tishmi light tank. Strafniki running there to 211 kills, sehr gut there. And the stuff we got the Pim servers the looks. Flirting with anti-tank rifle fire, there we go. Sturm Pioneer arriving in the center of continued fighting here. Seeking can soon go for the pool. Of course, after he does go for it, but I mean, it's now like Kidnap, and I'm not so sure like Ken's going to be the best choice here versus Renegade's T-70 in the current circumstances. But then again, with only 2 infantry squads, maybe it can work, but there you go. Seeking does commit to the Puma, the 234-2. Fox is holding up here, 7 kills, actually 2 grand the cut-off point. Again, Renegade just really up for those Renegade harassment raid tactics. Line signaling about there, and we got the second one out there. Interesting choice here by Renegade. Interesting choice. Obviously helps deal with the light vehicle, put more pressure on, say, a Puma, which he's likely expecting. Not a bad email fixing up the looks here. One of many designs based off the Panzer II chassis, the War went on. Overall, the Panzer II was never really designed for frontline action. It was what you'd call a training tank, in a sense. Like, it was more like a thing for the German arms, like get acquainted with like making, designing, and utilizing tanks. Running actually some of those really seriously meant to see combat, but due to the state of the German industry, particularly at the start of the war, they had to make use of it. So fun fact there. Directed here from the line and the looks, 7 kills, veterans 1 there, Puma moving up, taking hits off 90% already. Also very big signal to Renegade, the Puma's out. So you can, you know, already set up counterattacks with the T-70 for that. Jump on, oh, mine goes off, kills Jürgen. Poor Jürgen. Puma forwards there. Engaging the T-70 light tank with his 50mm gun. Second shot misses, anti-tank meanwhile does not miss, pushing the Puma down to half health. Heavy fighting here, Seeking continues to remain in a precarious position down south. We got a lone focus squad here, seizing a bit of terrain there. He's trying to open up the second half here for Seeking, very good. The Renegade of course looks to lock back down. We got 367 Storm 427 there, got grenade assault off there, forces back some of the Soviet troops. T-70 taking damage here from the Puma. And we do get repair pioneers here for Seeking, a very good investment with 2 light vehicles to need the damage, but also just not in need of damage, you need the repairs, and just, you know, so much else to manage. Just having repair pioneers mean there's less that Seeking needs to like immediately manage doing all the fighting. And that's really one of the major advantages of stuff like repair pioneers. It's not just, you know, you get stuff that repairs, you know, for free essentially, but it's just you don't have to manage it, and that's a huge benefit which I think tend to get overlooked. Like just not having to like mentally have to manage units for it, besides just getting a unit close to it, is a huge deal. It just frees up like more stuff for frontline troops. More for them moving back to 5 infantry squads here versus Renegade, who meanwhile hasn't actually gone for more infantry, which is a bit interesting, worth noting there. And you definitely, I think, should consider more infantry down the road. Either conscript, the Mechanized Armor Company, it's the same man squads, more people troopers, but definitely more infantry would long term I think be a good investment here for Renegade versus Seeking. But again, Seeking definitely pushing hard infantry, which, while certainly vulnerable to the T-70, still is a lot of infantry. We have to give him some options here. Meanwhile, Puma pushing ahead here, going for any gaps, exposing, exploiting any mistakes here that Renegade makes. Seeking plays aggressively. He knows he's behind. He knows he has to play aggressively here to turn things around. He is playing to win. 2 thumbs to Seeking, and he is certainly punishing Renegade here for his Renegade tactics. Looks getting Metro 2 here, and with this, Seeking has gained full center here from Renegade, who's going for the T-Fed Force from 6. Good play there by Seeking, good play. Looks like taking damage still. It has opened up, it has forced the front line back here for Renegade and allowed Seeking to gain some ground. So 2 thumbs up there, really solid play. 2 forces in the center could lay down some sandbags maybe around here. Looks for on the back here, I think, toward the mechanized ready for repairs. MD-34 sitting out. T-34 6 on the Renegade. It looks anyways. Seeking realizes he can't afford to pull it back just yet. 14 kills for T2. South side engineers think got might for against new southern rasp here from Seeking. Very good. And there you go. T-34 from 6 mobilized for Renegade for the Red Army. The 20th Tank Corps. The Kedmir almost down there for Seeking. Close there. Puma being repaired by the repair pioneers. Pulling a bit further back. Filtering engineers in the south. Of north-east and flanking. Keeping it for the centre. Lines of tank pulling up. Note by both ambush. Surprise here. Seeking. There we go. Looks pushing. Taking heavy damage. He's moving in. T-Fed moving in as well here. Still pioneers just standing and watching the T-Fed drive right past him. T-Fed taking up. T-Fed push ahead here. Looks fine way that Puma shoots, misses. Raketten setting up here, but with this counter push here, Renegade is managing to control the center once more from Seeking. And the South Force is falling back as well there. And once we're going straight for the fuel on the car, putting laying down mines to grab the fuel point there. Thumbs up to Renegade. Good play here. T-54 falling a bit back, following towards the car point there, going straight for the penal troopers. With the anti-tank robs, can't easily defend against an There you go, he goes for the south charge again. Nope. Oh, there you go. He's hoping for it, but there you go. Doesn't end up working. Has to retreat. T-Fed forwards the Kedmir from Puma. Taking quite a bit of damage here. Puma needs to come up too close, I don't think. Needs to rely on his range. Oh, misses. And we still got the anti-tank there. One ambush. Getting some hits on the Puma. Puma taking several hits from the anti-tank. Guns, and there you go. T-Fed going into ramming speed by not because expecting to ram the Puma and hit it, but because it allows him to keep pace with the Puma. It's effectively like Blitzkrieg, except, you know, you might get too enthusiastic and hit the other guy. That's basically it. It's like someone just discovered, you know, you can actually make the tank go really, really fast, and then, you know, goes too fast. Puma squad white, that's lost it, gets the Kedmir of the central charge. That said, like Kedmir can recruit, he can't recruit the corpses of the penal troopers. And then wiped out there, starting to look a bit more dicey for Renegade. Meanwhile, Seeking still has the 5 engine squad, so this is actually a bit dangerous for Renegade. Like, he got the Puma, but he needs to replace the infantry losses very crucially. I still think you're trying to head up to 4. And his troops reinforcing healing, need to get back the fuel point up north, and we need to guard for the looks. Our fate's eventually free. So second T-3476 ready. Also some wreckages to salvage. And from the T-34 and the Puma wreckage, reinforcing healing. Renegade doing that again. Pimps are being routed. 9 spotted, but the T-34 puts up, I think, very much definite stop to any mine-sweeping operations here from Seeking anytime soon. Northern field with them exceeds with the Volksgrenadiers. MD-34 being hauled forwards here, like Kedmir setting out. Looks holding back. Now like Kedmir for Seeking. He obviously knows he can't go for any armor anytime soon himself, so he lost the Puma, he does need more like Kedmir for Seeking. Could technically try for another Puma, that might be too risky, particularly if he tries to start his opponent has gone for, like, you know, early offensive. It does mean, like, eventually KV2 could happen, though. That said, Renegade can not just push through the KV2 directly without enough of large force to keep Seeking occupied, because otherwise it could allow Seeking Tech to gain ahead of Renegade and punish him. Particularly when, say, currently he's only got 2 infantry squads, and, you know, it's about to lose a lot into tank gun. Trying to stall out for KV2 could prove to be a possible mistake by the Renegade. If he does that, obviously. Got the anti-tank there. Small one here for Seeking. Nice hit from coming through the edges there. Seems to be met by a storm of lead there from Seeking. Quad here, quad mostly just a bit of shooting across the road. North side, you can see further advance there from Seeking. There we go. Just moving into Kevin setting up again. Shoots and misses. The HT's in light tank. Renegade, though, with only 2 people squads, definitely needs more infantry. Going for a shock trooper squad, that's definitely more infantry, and certainly infantry of a higher quality. Northern field received by the Volksgrenadiers, got 278 versus 390. And the Strafnik advance in the center. Badly moving ahead, and the southern loops gets knocked out all the way over there. That's definitely been a painful blow there to Seeking. There's no armor left. Now he is taking up. Follows the pinch from the center. Almost got the northern point. Shock troopers moving through the center. T-7 moving in as well. They're in fact blocking a bit. They're pathing there a bit awkwardly. Follows they're about to get wiped out with the penal troopers. The penals are actually doing the same. Got 29 kills in them, by the way. Shock's going to take for the Fulton from the Kenner at the center here. Turn through there. Seeking's center. Grab hand full looking to set around the cuff on the fuel pod. T-7 actually forward, so that's going to force that to pull back. And Renegade charging the T-70 in capture mode there. We come over to this call. Let's allow him to grab the point here. Secure mode. Cheeky. T-7 rolling ahead here. Back head troop enforcing. Getting shot at a bit here, forcing it back. T-7 running through the center here. We've got 3 kills on it so far. But quickly backing off with a possible threat of a Kednap hanging over his head. Schwerer Panzerhauptquartier here setting up there around the car point. T-7 being hauled back for repairs. Seeking fighting the center in there. Go lots of the Kednap hits the T-4 6 down to half health. Folks are taking damage all out in the open. He's being shot to bits. Folks of the shock troopers. And a grenade assault, they're landing in the shock. Oh, they retreat through this one. There we go. To a further punch. He goes actually for radio silence, which boosts the movement speed on the line to moist to keep pace with the shock troopers squad, guaranteeing a wipe then Renegade. That was brutal, and Renegade is back to 2 infantry squads. This is certainly very helpful for them, but at the same time, he managed to cancel the Schwerpanzerquartier officers' finish there. Oh dear. That's going to slow down Seeking's tech. Renegade at this point definitely seems like he's strong for the KV2. And there you go, grenade assaults in the retreat path. This time they didn't predict the path correctly, allowing the penal to go away. Had he done that though, those penal troops like them, at which point Renegade down to 1 infantry squad. That would be disastrous. That said, 2 infantry squads is still pretty bad. Like, the recommended by me at least, infantry number is 3. And you typically want like 4. In this case, with 5, I mean, Seeking definitely has like a strong infantry bundle. Again, the T-4 pulls a different component to the T-70, but at the same time, if his ports can probably use them correctly, it can add some serious pressure there to Renegade. And if he doesn't have enough infantry or other things to like face the infantry, it can become a big problem, which is the current situation. In fact, Seeking's just leveraging his significant infantry forces here against Renegade. T-70 repairs badly. Schwerpanzerquartier going up for the 2nd time there. Right now, though, Seeking's cutting off Renegade's fuel, which makes it hard for him to go for the KV2, further compounding the issue here for the Soviets. Line goes off in the south here. Remember, they had the march, but they pull it forward, spotting another mine. Schwerpanzerquartier's halfway done here. At the current rate of income, Renegade is roughly 3 to 4 minutes away from the KV2, which will certainly not be sufficient, I think, to count anything from Seeking. What Seeking might be planning is, how I'd say, could be a Command Panther here, though. Could be a Command Panther, certainly if it goes for the... I suppose going for the KV2, which of course he may as a Master Command Panther, would be a good choice. T-7 rushing from the north here. Schwerpanzerquartiers authorized. T-4 force from 6 almost good to go for Renegade and the Red Army. Watching trade free again for the double cannon efforts. If there were some odd support and if some Seeking out a lot of symptoms they did, this would be a great idea, but charging when you notice the opponent has a lot of force meaning a lot of Pantherfaust. If this ends up being a less of a great maneuver and Renegade ends up tossing away his T-70, further giving Seeking more room to maneuver in, because now he doesn't have to worry about an T-70 just cutting down with infantry. This is a significant blow with Renegade and a significant tactical victory for Seeking. Really, I think, confers some advantage to him on the field now, which is going to be making things further difficult for Renegade to slow down. That said, again, with the car front back, the fuel flow is back somewhat under his control, then does allow him to push the KV2 much faster. Seeking, meanwhile, there could go for a Panther for Yak Panther, of course. Panther, Command Panther may likely be high on the priority list here for them. We shall see what it ends out with. That said, Renegade returning for the squads is certainly in a challenging place here. Again, he's up against so much infantry with so little of his own, even as he's stalling for the KV2 heavy tank. That set the Phoenix Squad still alive has done some impressive killing. 31. That is quite the kill tally. Certainly much more than any of Seeking's Vilshanka is. Going to swing at the entertainer there. South Charge off, didn't quite have the splash they hoped. We have further losses there for Renegade, losing his remaining anti-tank gun. He does have the CoH2 tank out now here though. But will he be able to shift the battle back in his favour is the big question. Particularly with so few forces to work with it. That's the big challenge here. Like he's just lost so much now the KV2 is gonna have to do some serious lifting, which requires of course A, not to get too passive with it, because again he has so little left, he might be, you know, concerned about exposing and losing immediately, but at the same time he can't play too recklessly either, but he can't just afford it to do nothing here versus Seeking. If he does, that is likely GG, but again of course if he throws late, that's obviously GG as well, so he's in a bit of a precarious balancing versus Seeking at the moment. But again, if he can, you know, replicate Seeking's, you know, exploitation of mistakes and all that, you know, he could turn the game around. Support company, I'm going to go for support himself by making up some of the losses. And if we've got the Strafniki, keeps using up here in the firing mode. Very solid that one. Shoots, kills their auto. North of Tifa is catching the focus on the northern victory point there. Another kill they paid 2, and it's 152 in that gun. With the full gun, he's got the South Charge attempt again. He's definitely getting a lot more aggressive with the South Charge now. Part because of the initial, but also part because, you know, he's probably feeling like he just has to. Like he's just hoping that Seeking at some point will be attacked, not paying attention, then he gets another wipe there. And certainly South Charges can get lucky like that. You know, you just chuck it at some point, your opponent's not going to be paying attention, that's going to make a bad retreat, at which point you get the wipe. That's clearly what Renegade's known. But there you go, Command Panther, coordinated finding the teeth at 476. Could get a wipe here, and that's certainly things further difficult for Renegade versus Seeking. Since he's already got a low unit count, and more crucially a low infantry count. Gun for entertaining this just 3 field gun. Teeth and Footsteps knocked out here by the Command Panther. A stinging blow there to Renegade, who's down to just the KV2 now. A bit of infantry engineers with a field gun on the way. At this point, it looks like Seeking has made one hell of a comeback there from like initial 2 losses of infantry. I mean, that is damn impressive. So 2 thumbs up there to Seeking. Himself to the foot on the south charge again. This time a bit more on the retreat path here, but he just moves further ahead there. Still not a bounty. I mean, if he had panic and retreat there, there's like been a chance he could have gotten the wipe there, which has obviously been helpful there for Renegade. But the issue continues to remain. Even gotten the wipe, Seeking was still at like 4 infantry squads versus Renegade's, well, 2. I mean, Renegade continues to suffer one particular issue, which is a chronic shortage of infantry. Seeking has made sure to always maintain a good, solid, you know, core of troops here, which the rest of the force to work around there, which is really important. So 2 thumbs up there to Seeking. Into the big shot for the Volksgrenadiers. Keep bombarding here. Panther moving ahead. KV2 taking him down to the Renegade man. First Command Panther moving ahead. Good. Oh, shot bounces. Maximum there for Renegade. Oh, shot bounces. Almost got the KV2 there. Pim's good might regain it close enough to get a fan tank out of the charge here versus Seeking. Does he get it? Yes! +1 there, but he does get off the anti-tank side of the charge here versus Seeking, causing significant damage to the Command Panther. That said, it's not significant damage, can also be feasibly fixed. And meanwhile, Renegade is still shot infantry. He's going for Maximus, which I imagine there to partly help deal with the significant difference in infantry, but also sort of act as pseudo-infantry, since the Maximus is quite mobile. KV2 they're being fixed up.
Stand between us and defeat.
Grabbing the northern victory point, just attempting to could lay down some sandbags while doing so. And second round left behind. Obviously, I think Seeking is concerning himself with. KV2 almost fixed up. So we got 266 to 296. Seeking going for orbital line, and a 6th infantry squad, really further adding to his infantry advantage versus Renegade, and further making it difficult for Renegade to get anywhere in that regard.
Enemy forces are attempting
Thumbs up there to Seeking. KV2 to southwards, then not even fully fixed up. Renegade realizes he can't afford to get it fully fixed. And there you go for taking a nasty hit here from the KV2. And routed. Command Panther falling back. Grabbing the southern field point again. Field gun shoots. Charge in there, go another south to charge. Sandbags scattered to the winds by the explosive force of the south to charge, but the infantry largely go away there. Also on the ramming here, going for the infantry Sturmgewehr 44, 2 thumbs up. Keep turning northwards here. The Renegade continues to struggle with a significant shortage of infantry, whereas again, Seeking has a surplus that is definitely allowing to, I think, play more aggressively and also exploit better map control here versus Renegade. 2 kills on the orbital Dardan.
Heavy tanks standing by.
Lots of mines from Renegade, which is definitely nice.
MG squad awaiting orders.
Another max mark there for Renegade.
Combat engineer. You need heavy armor support. You have a use for this.
Comes down the southern point. KV2 sitting out once more. And we got another really Sunset line for another push in there. Go full shot, hit it, flanking the maximum, quickly out maneuvering it. Other max coming up to catch the focus is there. KV2 taking hits from the cannon there for C. One squad getting suppressed, the other gets out of the range. Other options squad moving in, they're going to try and go for bunker here on the Maxim. There we go. Also charging in there to further ensure they get the wipe. And there we go. Maxim wipe the sting blow there to Renegade. Command Panther goes for the kill. KV2 gets 1 kill, the opposite. Machine gun crew back on the option watch, but they quickly kill it again. Meanwhile, Panther almost got the KV2 on, I think, with this. Renegade is more or less checkmate here by Seeking, and there we go. KV2's out, and with that, Renegade is very much in deep sauerkraut. Time from mid. Anyways, game over, GG. A victory for the German army. A humongous comeback there from Seeking, just clawing his way back, looking for any weaknesses in Renegade's line to exploit them. Meanwhile, Renegade, I think, should have pushed more infantry when he had the opportunity, but also shouldn't have pushed for the KV2 like he did. But there you go. Hope you got this match. If you did, like, subscribe, and share, and press the bell button. Also, do consider donating or pledging on Patreon to support the Propagandacast. This is Imperial Links in Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.